So this month, I wanted to talk a little bit about drama. Not for the sake of talking about drama, but I titled it, Save the Drama for Your... Not your mama. Llama. The book of Proverbs 15:18 says, hot-tempered person. Proverbs 16:28 says, a perverse person. I said, perverse. Unreasonable. In spite of the consequences. No matter what, knowing that there's consequences behind it, perverse. That's the definition. I don't care. It says the greedy stirs up. An angry person stirs up. Lots of reasons. There's a specific reason why, as young people, we need to understand that drama is not a good thing. That taking part and participating is not a functional need that we need. In spite of the fact that around us, people will encourage. You gonna let them talk to you like that? You gonna let them say that to you? Oh yeah, they love it. Flee the evil desires of youth. Can I stop right there for just a second? And I want to make something very clear to you, because it's not always just because it talks about youth. Because this is something that I always say, young people grow up and they become adults, and sometimes when adults don't understand, when adults don't learn to stifle those emotions, you see adults act out the same way. But here's the key for you, because you're young, learn to restrain, learn to control. It says, flee the evil desires of youth and pursue righteousness. Now we've talked about the fruits of the Spirit. We've talked about the specifics about what God expects. What are godly characters? And he states them here. Righteousness, faith, love, and peace. Along with those who call on the Lord out of a pure heart. Verse 23. And this is where it's really at. Don't have anything to do with foolish or stupid arguments. What does it say there? That's King James. But avoid foolish and ignorant disputes, knowing that they generate strife. So there's a specific conversation that has taken place in this letter that's written towards the church. Because if you can imagine a group of church-going people, this church that was established, Timothy writes them the letter, and they were having conflict. They were having drama. And he was very specific to those people, telling them to avoid and abstain, to stay away from. Because if you know anything about conflict, it creates division. It creates a separation. It creates animosity between. It begins to create a divide that separates. Have you ever heard of the statement that says, a group divided? What is it?
A group divided against itself cannot stand.
A group divided against itself cannot stand. That was deep. A group divided against itself cannot stand. So speaking specifically to the argument, the debate, the issue that is, because we're talking about that conflict that ends up happening whenever you engage in those type of arguments. He tells you specifically to avoid foolish and ignorant disputes. Because I've seen many times people want to debate, people want to argue on the merit that they know that they are right. So the Apostle Timothy here is trying to say to them, why get caught up in it? Why allow yourself to participate when you know that's not true? That's not what happened. That's not what really is going on. Why get caught up in that? Timothy was saying that to the church, a group of adults that were having that conflict. He goes on to say, because you know they produce quarrels, and the Lord's servant. So now I'm looking at each and every single one of you. As you're progressing in this journey, as you're becoming more and more aware of who God is, as you're following along and you're obeying what he tells you for your life, he starts speaking specifically about the Lord's servants. That's what I am. I aim to serve the Lord in any capacity, in any way. Right now it's with this youth group. For you, what does it look like for you? Being part of the praise team? Taking on the mic, one-on-one? The Bible study? As you walk through your campus, how you interact, how you engage, how you speak to your peers, your classmates, your teachers? Yeah. See, because no matter what, it's not about title, pastor. No, it's got nothing to do with that. Because each of us in our own way, we have a ministry. Each of us are serving in a capacity. You're serving. You're serving. You serve. You're serving. You're serving. There is no way around it. Your life is an example. Oh, they wear a Power Surge shirt. Yeah. They show up and they talk like that. Did you hear what they said? Yep. You're already serving. He says, and the Lord's servant must not be quarrelsome, argumentative, must not take on those same capacities, those same capabilities that you see so evident. You guys are observant. You see folks on your campus, in the classroom, in the hallways, in the cafeteria, in the gym, on the bus, at the bus stop, wherever you're at, you see certain elements. He's talking to the church, telling them that if you are the Lord's servant, you must not have a quarrelsome spirit, looking to see who you can engage with and argue with and partake in being disgruntled, angry. He says, but must be kind to everyone. And you know what, for a lot of people that's very difficult. Because it's hard to be kind to someone who said something very ugly. It's hard to be kind to someone who said something degrading about you. Timothy is telling the church not to be quarrelsome. He's saying to be kind to everyone. Everyone. Able to teach. Ew. Remember last month's Be Teachable? He talks about being able to teach because, once again, you are an example. Your life is a ministry already. What are you saying with your life? Able to teach. And then he closes off by saying, not resentful. See, because it's easy to harbor something against somebody. Oh, you said something about me? I don't care. Oh, that's the easy part. How difficult is it not to harbor resentment? Even though you said something bad about me, I say, hey man, how you doing? You good? Good to see you tonight. Even though you can't stand me. Even though I know you said something ugly about me. How difficult is it? I thought it was interesting. The llama, drama and llama, because it rhymes. But there's something specific about the llama that you have to understand. Number one, llamas are very sociable, very. Most dramatic people, drama people are very what? Social. They like to interact. They got big groups that they like to interact with and talk with, and they're over here and they're over there. Then the drama happens. Social. Llamas are very social. Llamas, however, are very intelligent. And I think what I like most about llamas is that they are teachable. In other words, they're so intelligent that it only takes me 5 times to show them something, and they do. Now, I'm not talking about arithmetic. I'm not talking about, write an essay. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about something like load in, load out, carry, whatever it is that they harness them with. They're very friendly. They're very teachable. The idea behind Save the Drama for Your Llama is for you to harness those emotions, for you to train yourself to contain, not to allow yourself to get caught up. And I know I'm going to empathize with you because I can tell you it's so easy to lose yourself. It's so easily to fall susceptible to what somebody said, what somebody did, how they acted, how they reacted. They done told all my friends a lie. It's easy. So yeah, I'll be transparent with you. I've been there. But it's funny that I never gained anything as a result of trying to justify. I never gained anything by trying to clarify, by trying to get in the middle of it to try to show you how I really am a good person, guys. No, they're lying about me. I really never gained anything, ever. If anything, it continued to cause more conflict. Timothy was writing to the church that was experiencing those type of dilemmas. Can you imagine had they gotten the message when they were younger? Would their ministry have changed? Would they have been able to show a difference in who they are and how they deal with life? Because you will deal with people. I don't care where you go. I don't care where you're at, what store you decide to go to, what gas station you decide to file in, even inside of your own house. You're going to deal with people. It's inevitable. Well, I'm going to move away. I'm going to become a hermit. I'm going to live all by myself, off the land. I don't need nobody. Okay, let me know how that goes. You're always going to deal with people. And you will always have conflict. Not because you're a bad person. Nope. Not at all. In fact, sometimes it's going to be because you have a good heart. Sometimes it's going to be because you really want to do the right thing. Sometimes it's going to be because you want to make a positive impact. That you really want to reach somebody and you just want to be the person that pours into them and lets them know they have value. You're trying to do all the right things and all of a sudden it's going to be like, whoa, what just swung at you? Where'd that come from? I don't even know that person. That's reality. It's preparing yourself to understand that those things are going to happen. And there's some keys that we're going to get into to help you navigate it. See, because I don't want to just talk about it. I want to give you the keys